piece of it, but Everly made a pay again. 2-point red lead. Hoffman underneath. Almost. Noel the rebound. David Noel with a huge basket. Anne-Marie still clinging to a 4-point lead. Weaver right underneath, off the glass. Nicely done. Hoffman. Yes, Aiden Hoffman. Everybody knows what flip I'm talking about. Here's Weaver into the lane. Yes. Obi Weaver. Bab, former Cougar, stolen by Torrance. Who else? Brody with 2 men to beat. Off the glass and in. There's Torrance. Brody flying through the lane, lays it up and in. Misses. But the putback, Benjamin Eberly. Layup. Weaver. Missed it. Over to putback. Nicely done, Chase. Well, good play, Eli Ramirez. Weaver. Dishes at the rimmer, bend off the glass and in. Good ball passing by the Celtics. King, back to Torrance. Torrance, what a move. Left side in. Cross court for Rimmer. Ben, what a block by Brody Torrance. Sorry, folks. Got the camera, I apologize. Boy, Brody Torrance. 13-7. Rimmer, wide open for 3. He's great at these, and he made him pay. Rimmer. Shoved, no call. Don't understand that. So good. Torrance underneath. Musser underneath. Yes, nicely done. There's Smucker. Buried it. Smucker. And that was for 3. Here's Eli. Eli has nothing but red in front of him. And somehow Weaver ended up with it and put it in. Well, guarded by Andrew Rimmer. To Kirkner into the lane, a floater, buried it. A lot of good passing here. Anne-Marie has them really playing together nicely, and that leaves Benjamin Eberly wide open there by Hoffman. Hoffman's gonna pull, that's no good. And Eberly puts it in, nicely done. All right, as we get ready to go underway here. Nuggets coming in at 0-1, coached by Ethan Devine. Maybe I spoke too soon. Blasinski underneath, Wentling, Franklin will draw the foul. Franklin says he got all ball. I think I agree with him. Got it to Jed. Jed's gonna pull. Off the glass and in! And that was for, and Jed Stoltzfus comes down with 1:13, down 7. Jed, banged into by Felpel. Montefiore comes down with it. They need to take advantage right now when the big 3 are on the bench. Montefiore's gonna drive, blows by everybody and lays it in. He plays with that same aggressiveness as Wayne did back in 2019. Stoltzfus, a nice finger roll. Jed Stoltzfus in and out, no good. Buck, lay him into the lane, great look. Play by Jed Stoltzfus, that's gonna be turned over. Montefiore flying through the lane. Mason Montefiore, wow. Great player. There's Blasinski left wide open. Just a breakdown of the defense. Wentling, left baseline, missed the spin. Stoltzfus, boys, Franklin doing a great job. And then Blasinski puts it in. This week they suffered a tough luck loss by 1 point. Wentling underneath and it counts. And yes, Seth, you are getting a ceremonious rejection. Underneath, Blasinski. Now he gets his turn of having one of the best teams. Fisher underneath, yes. Nicely done, Jason. 17 feet. Jed Stoltzfus. Connor off the glass, doing what he does best. And the championship game MVP. All right, welcome everybody to the much awaited Jazz Celtics Both teams coming in undefeated in this one. And Coach Stark will be without Caden Buckwalter and Jaden Vega, still in Guatemala. He missed last week. Looks like Anne Marie has a full lineup there. Bench is stacked. So Preston Merk going to tip off with Eberly. And we're underway. Well, unless there's a tie, one of these teams will get their first loss of the season, and all eyes are going to be on 14 in red, Brody Torrance. And that fast, Mason Kirkner can't believe it. They call for a travel. It's just comical at this point, what's been going on with all the traveling. And there's the combination, 32 and 42 for blue. Jesse and Merk. It's going to be hard to stop. And here we go, underneath. Merk doing damage already. The former Ram, the former Celtic, the former Knick has a championship ring from last year. Eberly, a fall away, no good. Alvaro had it, and here's Torrance. And Eberly wasn't looking for it. 2-0 Jazz lead. And boy, Coach Stark is really hungry for his first ring here at Upward. He's been to the big show, but has not brought it home in either league. And twice Coach Stark has gone into the championship game. I believe the Stallions were perfect. Well, I know the Rams were in 2021, the boys 5th and 6th. That team was perfect going into the championship, and they lost to Stoltzfus and the Eagles. And then the Stallions ran into Gabriel Hoover and the perfect Wildcat team. So Coach Stark is really wants a ring really bad. And he's got the team to do it this year. Torrance out to Kirkner. Mason, floater, missed it. And Burke, good positioning right there, came down with it. There's Gabe Lapp. He lost the handle. And Joshua Stefan out there, who had a great game last week for the Celtics. Tremendous player. And Merck's going to be called here. Five bench players for the team in red, 2 bench players for the team in blue. Both teams coming in at 2 wins and no losses. And Kirkner hits the first. Kirkner from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. Here with his mom, Rachel. Nicely done. That's what Anne Marie likes to see, and we're tied. Here's Stark. Baseline, got around the defense, has a wide open Merk. Great ball work there. Breakdown of the Celtic defense. And that is not what Anne Marie wants to see. Torrance. Kirkner missed it. Brody Torrance, player of the game in both of their wins. There's Jesse. Merk has Lapp. Beautiful play. Lapp couldn't convert. Stefan right there, and he puts it in. Good job, Joshua. We got a 6-2 Jazz lead. The Jazz in blue. They're going to get Stefan here. A little too intense there, Josh. Kirkner to inbound. Got it to Torrance. Torrance lost the handle. Good job there by Yule. Heads up play. Underneath, Preston Merk. And we're going to have a kick. Merk with a great block there. As the Celtics are finding out, it's not easy to score on this team. Merk driving with red all over him. And another travel. Incredible the amount of traveling going on. And Kirkner lost the handle. Might have been poked. Did go off of Gabe last. Here we go, 2:51 left to go. Blue up 5-4. Here's Norsini, and Merk just took it. Got to dribble with your head up, Kane. Merk, stripped by Brody Torrance. What a play. Torrance, look at the speed. As Stefan slams into him. It might not have been a bad foul. That was an easy layup. Boy, Brody Torrance showing the speed he has. I did not know he was that fast. Looking like Drew Plasinski out there. Torrance hits it, cuts the lead in half. Aiden Hoffman comes into the game. A lot of substitutes now. Oh, Carter Watkins, comes in. Kirkner's going to get a rest. Everly's going to rest. Alvaro Concepcion Leyva is going to get a rest. And the man that she can't afford to sit, who just hit both free throws, and he is going to rest. So Brody Torrance looks like he's going to come out of the game. And I would not suggest that with Merk and Stark out there. That is playing with fire, Anne-Marie. Stark missed it. Ramirez underneath, but Stefan right there. She better get Torrance back into this game quick. David Noel brings it up. Caden Musser into the game as well. King swings it over, and that's going to be off the hand of Gabe Lapp. Brody Torrance on the bench with Kirkner. Let's see if they can hold down the fort. You do not want the Jazz to pull away here. And here's Hoffman for a long three. Jesse got some of that, and that's stolen. Joshua Stefan with a speed of King. That's going to count. Anne-Marie better get them out here fast before this gets out of hand. The three big men are out there for the Jazz. Ten to 4. I remember Anne-Marie did this with Owen Souter and Gabriel Hoover last year. They were playing the Lakers, the undefeated Lakers, and in the fourth quarter she sat Hoover and Souter in a tie game, and the Lakers just pulled away and they could never catch up. Stolen away, Stefan. Stefan missed it. Good break for the Celtics. Jesse came down with it and missed. Celtics very fortunate. And they're going to get Merk here. That's the second on Preston. So far, Anne-Marie, not too bad. Better get them boys ready soon. King to inbound. They need stoppages right now with all their players resting. You don't want to keep play moving. Let them get their rest and get back out there. Merk and Stark don't look like they're coming out of this game, and Preston Merk. Too easy. 12-4. Noel looking for help, stolen by Jesse. Jesse missed the layup. Lap right there to Jesse. I think Anne-Marie's, she's talking to her assistant. You better get your boys out there. Now a 10-point lead. Stolen away, Gabe Lapp, nicely done. Merk with 40 seconds to go in the first. Jesse, that's for three, short, but Alejandro came down with that. Lapp, back to Merk. Merk into the lane, a floater, missed it. Musser came down with it, but Stefan took it right away. And it ended up into the hands of Noel, 20 seconds to go. So I guess they're gonna sit the rest of the quarter out. 14 seconds. Just hope they can stop them from scoring again. Just kill the clock at this point. You don't even want to think of shooting. King, underneath. Jaden, yes! Nicely done. A huge basket at the buzzer. So after one, Stark up, 14-6. We'll be back.
And one of the greatest truths that you can just realize as a parent, realize as a coach, realize as a teacher, is that that child was created in the image of God. And if we can treat that child as though he was created in the image of God and that God loves him and created him for a purpose, and we could pour into him in that way and set him up to know that he's created you for a reason and we want to point you in that direction, again, he's got that mentality. There is nothing I can't do. Failure is not in his mind. And so if you begin to point out for a fourth grader what success looks like based on the fact that you've been created in the image of God, you have set that kid on a path that is unlike any other. And so, boy, I just think that truth is the biggest thing that you could pour into them.
All right, we're back for the second quarter. Jeff Russell here, week 3 of the 2024 season. January 20th, 2024. Both teams undefeated. Noah Verkler into the game. And Anne-Marie continues to bench Torrance, Kirkner, Eberly. So they're trying to hold the fort down here, the B and C lines, whatever you want to refer to it. I think she's waiting for Merk and Stark to come out of the game so she can, if that's the strategy, it may not be too bad. If they can hold down the fort, and I just don't know how much Jesse and Merk are going to sit. Stark, no foul. Ball is loose. 14-6, the Jazz in blue lead. And they're going to get Hoffman here. Merk to Stefan, missed it. Celtics are catching breaks. Noel. Cross court, wide open is Musser. A huge basket. The Celtics scoring with their big guys on the bench is huge. Jesse, no foul again. I don't think he can believe it. Hoffman came down with it, it's loose. And a jump. And the Jazz are going to keep it. Good job, Aiden Hoffman right there. Merk to inbound. 4:58 left to go in the first half, 14-8. Only a 6-point game, and most of the A-line of the Celtics have been on the bench for a long time. They are really getting rest. They're going to be extremely well rested when they come in. Merk kicks it out to Stark. Jesse wide open for three. That's no good. Ramirez came down with it. Alejandro, no good. Merk pulls it down, spins, floats it, misses. It's tipped around. Stefan underneath, and he puts it in. Again, we go back to the boxing out. But still, the B line of the Celtics is doing a fantastic job. This is a huge victory for the Celtics. They are holding the fort down, and the A line is almost ready to come in this game. And at that time, Merk and Stark should be ready to sit. Here's Hoffman for three. Short. Want to go the other way, Merk. Janelle Merk on her feet, so is Coach Stark. Here's Jesse, coming up on 4 minutes. Stefan wide open underneath. And now the A-line is ready to come in. They're all squatting down there. Back to a 10-point lead. They did a great job, this B-line, of holding down the fort. Here's Noel. Swings it to King. Dumps it inside. Musser banged into, no call. Well, they are staying consistent. It's happened to Jesse, happened to Musser. King for three, rejected by Stefan. Stefan. And yes, you're getting a ceremonious rejection for that, Joshua. So 3:31, I think we're going to see the A-line come in now. It's going to be a complete line change right here. 5 players. So Torrance, Kirkner, Eberle, Norsini, and Concepcion Leyva are ready to come in. And here they come, a complete line change. Stark and Merk are still out there. But boy, they look winded. They're huffing and puffing, but they are in good shape. They play a lot of basketball. I think Coach Marie was hoping that they would get pulled at the time that her A-line comes in. We'll see how they handle Torrance and company. Stefan makes the second. Here we go. An 11-point lead for Stark. Torrance swings in from the right, missed it. And Merk comes down with it. Coach Stark does not have to sit anybody. You have to play everybody, but you don't have to sit everyone. And Preston Merk doing what Preston does best, putting the ball in the hoop. Here's Torrance for three. Yes, Brody, a big three. That's to keep it within 10. 2:48 left to go. Coach Stark calls time. We'll be back right after this word from Kobe.
I knew that I was not going to be stopped. So at the age of 18, this was my life, right? So you can't possibly become better than me because you're not spending the time on it that I do. Even if you want to spend the time on it, you can't because you have other things. You have other responsibilities that are taking you away from it. So I already won.
24-year-old says when he's out on the field, he's not just putting on a show for Chiefs Kingdom, he's playing for God.
Obviously, I want to win every game, but as long as I'm glorifying Him every single time I'm out there, I can walk with my head held high.
Mahomes says his walk with Christ has shaped him into the man he is today and the star player so many around the league admire.
Before every game, I walk the field and I just do a prayer at the goalpost, and I thank God kind of for those opportunities, and I thank God for just letting me be on a stage where I can glorify Him. And I feel like the biggest thing that I pray for is that whatever happens, win or lose, success or failure, that I'm glorifying Him and doing everything the right way that He wants me to.
All right, we're back with 2:35 left to go in the first half. Here's Stark for three. Jesse. Beautiful. And a 13-point lead. 24-11. Kirkner. Stark and Merk are still out there. Wide open Eberle. Missed it. A bad break for the Celtics. Ewell comes down with it. Good job, Allen. Here's Stark. 2 minutes. Ewell gonna put it up. Missed it. Merk right there. Put back. No good. Ball slapped around. Gabe Lapp had a shot. Merk tossed one up tomahawk style. And Torrance has it. He can fly. Brody with Kirkner to his right. Off the glass and in. Brody Torrance brings them within 11. Minute 40 to go, first half. Merk from this left, back to the right. Now taking his time, blocked by Torrance. Gonna go. Brody has Gabe Lapp to beat. Now Stefan's back there. That's gonna count. Great job, Brody Torrance. Beautiful. So Brody brings them within 9, a chance to get it within 8. And like we said, player of the game for both of their wins. Well, he reminds me a lot of Kai Harding. He really does. He even looks like him. We saw Kai earlier today. Brody misses, does not convert, but an offensive rebound. Huge rebound, Eberle. They need to capitalize here. Torrance right baseline, got it to Eberle, a quick shot, a little too fast. Jesse over there with Alvaro, and Torrance swatted at it. It's going to go the other way. So with a minute 13 and a 9-point lead for the Jazz, Jesse's going to bring it up. Merk and Stark have not sat, while Anne-Marie rested their A-line for a long time. So I don't know if it's conditioning or Coach Stark not worried about it. They are in great physical shape, and that means a lot, folks. Having your players well conditioned. Merk to inbound. Got it to Stark. Crowd cheering for defense. Stark, a hook shot. So hard to hold that combination back. And then you add Joshua Stefan. There's your big three, just like the Knicks have. Here's Torrance for three. No good. 30 seconds left in the half. An 11-point blue lead. Here's Jesse. Swat, and he was hit hard there by Kirkner. Oh, with 28 seconds left, an 11-point lead with a chance to go up more. Coach Stark has to be happy at this point, what he's seeing. The team is looking good, doing what they're supposed to. Jesse misses the first. Anne-Marie on her feet. And now Janelle and Coach Stark, all smiles, sitting down, not worried. Jesse misses both. There's a break for the Celtics. Torrance, a quick pass for Kirkner, but Gabe Lapp saw it. What a play, Gabe. As his father, Philip, cheers him on. Here's Merk with 15 seconds. Preston, no call, he was hit. Or maybe it was all ball. Norsini has Kirkner. Norsini dribbling with the right hand, and that's picked. Merk with 2 seconds. Preston, not going to count anyway, but after 1/2 of play, 26-15. Jazz up comfortably. Stay tuned for Brian's message.
How do I get right with God? We are sinners, and Romans 6:23 tells us that the penalty of our sin is death. The reason why Jesus died on the cross was to pay for our own penalty. He died in our place. And when we understand and believe that Jesus died for our sins, we now can have a close relationship with a perfect and holy God. How do I get right with God? We are sinners, and Romans.
My heart Christ's home, and the rooms of your heart and what those things look like. And this week's the room that we want to look at is the closet, the hall closet. And in the book, it talks about the hall closet having a stench, a smell to it, right? So we can think about things that we smell all the time, whether that's a really good, refreshing summer breeze smell, or a newborn baby smell. That's a good smell, right? Or we can think about things like a really good, oh, this was what I was thinking about, I didn't talk about this yet. Cinnamon buns, right? Oh, the cinnamon buns in the morning, you smell that. Or like, I like coffee, and I can smell the coffee, right? But good smells. There's also not so good smells. There's like the smell of a dirty diaper, which thankfully I don't need to do anymore. And there's the smell of dirty pants when you're training a kid to go to the bathroom and it's not a diaper anymore, but there's a smell. There's also a smell in our hall closet at home. When we first bought our house, some mice were coming into the house, and the dead body smell of animals or things. Like, that's a nasty smell. But in the Bible, it talks about smells. It talks about the aroma that God likes from burnt offerings. In Leviticus, it talks about that making a burnt offering to the Lord, for it's pleasing to Him, right? The smell, the aroma is pleasing to Him. And this is the hall closet. The hall closet is something specific that God comes into your life and wants to clean out all that dirty laundry, that nasty smell. And so what I wanted to do is just read briefly the last piece of the hall closet, because I thought it really did a good job. This is what it says. It says, I know, he said, speaking about Jesus, I know that you have it. Just give me the key to the closet. Authorize me to handle the closet, and I will. So with trembling fingers, I passed the keys over to him, and he took it from my hand, and he walked over to the door, and he opened it. He entered it, and he took out all of the rotting nastiness and got rid of it. He purified the room. He cleansed the closet. He painted it and fixed it up immediately. And right then, a fresh fragrance of sweet breeze swept through the whole house. The whole atmosphere changed. And this is what I thought was so awesome. What a release and victory to have that dead thing in my life put away. No matter what sin or pain or hurt there might be in my past, Jesus is ready to forgive, heal, and make whole. So that hall closet, what is it? What's the hall closet in your life, my life, that God is still saying, hey, I want to clean this part of your life. I don't want to be around this. Give me the keys to the hall closet. Let me clean it up for you, and you can have victory. That's the question this week. Let me pray. Jesus, thank you, as always, just for who you are in our lives. Thank you that you come and you clean us, and you make us whole, and you forgive us. Thank you for all that you do. In Jesus' name, amen.
You know, the Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day, you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest. So starting at the age of 2, when I first started playing the game, and on and on and on, I always ask questions. I always try to get better every single day, learn more. Then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. The reality is it's all one thing, because it all comes from within. It all comes from within us. We all experience these things at different stages and different points, different times. The key, I feel, is just to be aware of those moments as they occur. Right? You're aware of a certain fear or a certain obstacle or challenge. Right? You're just aware of those things, and then from there you can navigate through them.
Welcome to the Experience Jesus Calling podcast. Today, we speak with Kaz McCaslin, the founder of Upward Sports. Kaz had a vision to create the best sports experience possible for every child while providing an environment to nurture kids' faith. Upward Sports has grown under McCaslin's leadership and guidance from a few hundred children playing in 7 church basketball leagues to more than 500,000 children playing in 2,500 multi-sport clinics, camps, academies, and leagues in 47 states and 72 countries.
Me,
I feel like I'm the most fierce competitor there is. I don't think I'm ever going to find something equal the game of basketball for me.
Have you ever gone on the court and been afraid?
No, I've never been afraid. I mean, obviously you're nervous, but afraid means you're not confident in your skills.
All right, Jeff Russell here back for the second half, and the Celtics find themselves down 11 after a long rest of their starting five. And they got down 10 and had a little momentum going, but then with Stark and Merk just not sitting at all. They are not resting, and Coach Stark does not have to rest them. We'll see if they can climb back into this one. Both teams undefeated. Here we go. Kirkner. Torrance swings it inside and couldn't connect with Eberle. And the ball's going to stay. Jesse couldn't hang on. Torrance to Norsini. And we're going to have a jump. And that's going to go to the Jazz. So an 11-point lead, early third quarter action here of week 3 of the 2024 season. Jesse for a long three. That's no good. Alan Ewell comes up with it. And here comes Kirkner. Swings it as Eberle wide open underneath. Going to draw the foul. Good job, Benjamin. And they're going to call Gabe Lapp. Again, no Caden Buckwaller or Jaden Vega in this one. Eberle misses. Still an 11-point game. And our online viewers, feel free to shout out your favorite player. And as the fourth quarter comes to a close, you can vote for player of the game. We ask no family to be biased and just vote for their family member. But if you do believe, as the Blasinskis did, that your player deserves it, then by all means, do vote for a family player, a relative. Nicely done, Benjamin. (26-16). We got a 10-point game. Lapp. Right side, Gabe. Got one off. Gotta go the other way, Torrance. Brody. Boy, Stefan's fast too. Torrance got a shot off, no good. Merk comes down with it. Outlet for Lapp. Gabe swings it. Wide open, Allen Ewell. Missed it. Good try, Allen. Eberle. Got to get rid of it. He did. Torrance. Merk got a hand on it, and it ended up in Kirkner's hands anyway. And we got a timeout. We'll be back after this.
You know, first and foremost, I have to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing me with the talents to play this game. I'm his humble servant right now, and I can't say it enough how important, you know, my faith is to how I play the game and who I am. I think in terms of how I've grown up, it's about my relationship, you know, with God and what that means to me and how that evolves or has evolved over the course of my life.
All right, we're back. Jeff Russell here with the Jazz and Celtics doing battle in week 3. Congratulations to Randy Harding earlier and Coach Babb. Both won their games. Both teams moved to 2-1. And one of these teams are going to move to 2-1, unless there's a tie. But it's not looking like it right now. The Celtics still trying to climb out of that hole after that long rest. Here's Noel, wide open for three. Missed everything. .426 left to go third quarter. And Alejandro Ramirez is going to come into the game. Still waiting for Jacqueline to get him a pair of mellows like his brother. I'm going to have to talk to Francisco about this. There's Jesse. Lost the handle, going to go the other way. So the Celtics got to capitalize. Well, Coach Stark not happy about that. I don't know if he's mad at Jesse or something else. Still a 10-point game. Noel, left side, guarded by Stark. At the Watkins. Watkins, lucky he wasn't called for a travel. King got a shot off. Musser saved it, but Stark right there. Jesse triple team. There's Merk. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. A 10-point game. Blue ahead 10. Merk and Stark have not rested at all. Here's Gabe Lapp. Lapp. Musser quickly closes that lane down. Merk. They look winded, but they're still playing. Not sure if Coach Stark's going to rest them at all in this game. And Gabe Lapp, nicely done. Former Golden Bear. Here's King. Got it up top to Aiden Hoffman. Over to Noel. Back to Hoffman. Jesse Stark up high, so is Lapp. Hoffman. And again, the A-line is resting once again. Here's Hoffman for three. Got it back. Good job, Aiden. Lapp missed a steal. That's going to leave Noel open. But again, with Merk and Stark there, there's nothing there. 28-16. And we're going to have a travel. So huge break there for the Celtics. And I think the A-line's going to come in now. Let's zoom in and see. All right, so Anne-Marie brings out her A-line. So twice they've rested while Stark, Merk, and Stefan, I have not seen them rest at all. And right now, that seems to be the biggest factor in this 12-point game, because this game was very close in the beginning. Stefan in the paint, looking for help, kicks it out to Jesse, top of the key, guarded well by Torrance. Kirkner on Merk, and we have a 3-second violation. And a break for the Celtics, just what they needed. Kirkner lost the handle, going to go the other way. And ball's going to stay to the Jazz. So 28-16, 2:26 left to go in the third. Jazz ahead comfortably. Kirkner, nice steal. Got it to Eberle. Kirkner trying to penetrate this very tough defense. Torrance threw up a long one. And Gabe Lapp comes down with it. Cousin of Isaiah. Merk, top of the key. Merk and Stark. What a combination, complemented by Joshua Stefan, makes this a very difficult team to beat. Jesse into the lane. He's going to draw the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot too. And for their first two wins, Stark and Merk both were co-players of the game in each of their first two games. The two of them just complement each other so well. Just didn't feel justified to give it to one and not the other. And honestly, in all my years of doing this, I don't really remember a pair of players complementing themselves so equally. The two of them, and they're good friends too. That's the funny thing. Incredible. 29-16, minute 44 left to go, third quarter. It's been all Jazz to this point ever since the big rest. I don't know if the boys are not in good condition yet, but Merk and Stark certainly are, and there's a steal by Merk. Incredible. Merk on that championship Knicks team last year had a lot to do with that upset over the Lakers. Merk, right hand, no good. Eberle comes down with it. Outlet for Musser. 1 minute to go in the third. Musser. Kirkner hits the ground hard. Eberle tosses one up, and Merk rips it down. 48 seconds to go. 29-16. Blue leads. Jazz have been in control ever since that first big rest. Celtics never got a chance to get back close. And Stark, Merk, and Stefan, all of them have not rested. At some point, you would think Coach Stark's got to get him out. Eberle has Torrance underneath. So they're going to get Mason Kirkner. Not sure what he did. With 19 seconds to go, third quarter. Stay tuned next, folks. Probably the most exciting league in all of Upward is the girls 7-9 league. And you are going to see superstars Nicole Torres and Gabby Morales have joined Upward. Boy, are they fun to watch. At the buzzer, no good. So after 3 quarters of play, Coach Stark up 13. We'll be back.
Can you coach?
Can you pray?
Can you pick up trash? Can you greet people?
Can you referee?
I think you can. I think you can at least do one of these. Maybe all of them. But here's my next question. Will you? Will you coach? Will you pray? Will you smile and say hello to visitors? Will you spend 10 minutes getting to know someone else? Because if you will, then children will learn to play. Children will get together and have fun. Children and their parents will get to know the name Jesus. All because you chose to volunteer. We know you can, but will you?
How do I get right with God? We are sinners, and Romans 6:23 tells us that the penalty of our sin is death. The reason why Jesus died on the cross was to pay for our own penalty. He died in our place, and when we understand and believe that Jesus died for our sins, we now can have a close relationship with a perfect and holy God.
All right, back for the fourth and final quarter, and Coach Stark enjoying a nice 13-point lead. And Stark and Merk and Stefan all still out there. They have not come out of the game, and I wouldn't either with Jesse shooting like that. And apologies to Mrs. Ramirez. I did not know that Alejandro is wearing mellows, just not as colorful. So I need my counterpart, Patrick Casey, here to correct me. He is a sneaker aficionado. And Patrick probably would have known that. Merk to Stark again, the combination. And we got a vote for the GOAT for Preston Merk. He's got a fan out there. And right now, Ronan Casey holds the title of the New Holland Upward GOAT. And there's Some things I look for when calling yourself the GOAT. First of all, you got to play in at least the 4th grade. And you got to have multiple championships, player of the games, regular season MVP, championship game MVPs. Preston's got to get some of those under his belt. He does not have one of those yet. Here's Lapp. Gabe. But Preston has certainly developed into a superstar, no doubt about it. Right now, the only person challenging Ronan Casey for GOAT is Finn Hertzler. And Finn is now a 5th grader, and as a 4th grader last year, Finn was moved into the 5th and 6th league, and he was the regular season MVP. Not only that, he also went perfect his team did not lose a game. And they still have it this year. Finn Hertzler has not lost a game at Upward yet. And certainly, Mr. Casey, who will be here next week, by the way, folks. And there we go. Noah Verkler gets on the board. Yes, the Upward GOAT will be joining us next weekend. Ronan Casey will be in the house. It'll be good to have my partners back. Well, at least one of them. I don't think his father, Patrick, will be joining us. And we'll get an interview with Ronan, and let's see his thoughts on Preston Merk. I mean, you have to love what you see. He's just, all facets of the game are just strong. Him and Jesse, both of them every year have developed and grown. Just incredible. Terrific, terrific basketball players. Preston, right hand, missed it. Hoffman out there, coming up on 3 minutes left in this one, folks. And it's been all Jazz, 37-16. Coach Stark will move to 3-0. So the Jazz, the Sixers, and the Knicks right now are all looking really good. And the Knicks did lose today, but no Connor Stoltzfus was in that game. Coach Harding brought the Warriors back from down 10 or 12. I can't remember. I know it was at least 10. Boy, Luke Harding was sensational, but we gave Jake Harding player of the game in that one. And that's going to count. Brody Torrance. Well, Brody won't be getting a player of the game this week. So, folks, if you're out there, vote for your choice of player of the game. And it's going to have to be on the blue team. And I ask everybody, please don't be biased. Just vote for your children if they deserve it. Absolutely. Like Drew Blasinski definitely deserved a vote, which he got. Torrance missed it. 3 minutes. Here's Yule. Eberle's going to get called right here for a travel. So right now, as I said, I don't think anything's going to change. It's Merk and Stark are going to be co-players of the game again. But it's good to see who you would vote for out there. Eberle, nicely done, Benjamin. And the Jazz really look strong. Kirkner, let's see. And they're going to call Kirkner. He can't believe it. I don't understand. He held his ground, it looked like to me. He wasn't moving. Really don't understand that. Kirkner had a couple calls on him that were suspect. But these are all PIAA refs, folks. No more volunteer referees this year. I don't know about next year. Two and a half left. Stefan.
Come on, Red. Defense again. Come on, get pressure. Keep it. Good job, boys.
Steal by Torrance. Outlet for Hoffman. Aiden. And he's going to be called for a travel.
You had it on one too many steps.
So So with 2:10 left to go. As I said, folks, you really want to stay tuned. Watch the girls 7 to 9th league coming up. So Nicole Torres and Gabby Morales are going to play at Upward, two fantastic girls players. And they're going to be playing for Ryan Doherty's Dream, who have not lost a game yet. There's Stefan missed. They'll be taking on Cheryl Russell and Brian Conroy's Liberty. So Avery Good is going to move over from the Dream to the Liberty. To make room for Torres and Gonzalez. That's going to be a great game. You don't want to miss that one. Stay tuned with us. I cannot wait. Coach Doherty is just having a sensational coaching career here at Upward. 1 loss, 21 wins for Ryan Doherty. Following the footsteps of the infamous John Hoffman. John Hoffman, 1 loss in 6 years. And that loss was at retreat week when he only had 4 players show up, and his daughter Katie, a Hall of Famer, is not one of them. And they had to play 5-on-4. Chick Coles did not want to lose that one, and he didn't. There's Gabe Lapp underneath. Under a minute to go on this one. There's Noel. To Watkins, wide open for 3. Oh, good. So the Celtics are going to drop to 2-1, just like Jaden King just dropped. And we got a timeout. And we'll be back right after this word from Kaz McCaslin, the founder of Upward.
Welcome to the Experience Jesus Calling podcast. Today, we speak with Kaz McCaslin, the founder of Upward Sports. Kaz had a vision to create the best sports experience possible for every child while providing an environment to nurture kids' faith. Upward Sports has grown under McCaslin's leadership and guidance from a few hundred children playing in 7 church basketball leagues to more than 500,000 children playing in 2,500 multi-sport clinics, camps, academies, and leagues in 47 states and 72 countries.
All right, 21 seconds left in this, 37-20. It's been all Jazz ever since that big rest in the first quarter. And now, Jesse and Stefan are resting. Merk played the entire game. Nice job by Noel. So once again, Stark and Merk are going to be co-players of the game for the 3rd time in a row. The Jazz are going to move to 3-0. The Celtics will have to regroup. Yule to Verkler. Noah almost hit it. Ramirez comes down with it with his blue mellows. And that's it. Your final, 37-21. Congratulations, Coach Stark. 3-0. Jesse and Preston, once again, co-players of the game.